Look at this one. When Jesus said, love your neighbor as you love yourself, he revealed something so tremendous, and that is self-love. Self-love is godly. It is a beautiful thing, and it is a liberator. But a lot of people don't understand this because they mistake self-love as if it's something bad, negative, because they confuse with selfishness or self-centeredness. Self-love is not selfishness, neither is it self-centeredness. Self-love, listen to me. Jesus says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Why? Because anyone who has self-love is also able to love another person. And anyone who doesn't love themselves, and they don't have self-love, they are not capable of loving anybody. Because you cannot give out what you don't have. Right? You know, a lot of people think that selfishness is self-love. No. Selfishness, get it from the scriptures. Selfishness is never love. And it is never self-love. You know, that's why I like the Bible. It makes me wiser all the time. Selfishness or self-centeredness. You know, because a lot of people think that, okay, he or she is selfish. Okay? That he can't or he or she cannot love us. So instead or in reverse, he loves or she loves himself or herself. A lot of people think that way. But the Bible, through the words of Jesus here, is revealing to us that self-centeredness or selfishness is not love. Neither is it self-love. In other words, anyone who is selfish, they have no self-love. In other words, that person does not even love himself or herself. They may think that they love themselves. No, because, listen, brethren, you can only give what you have. In other words, if you have self-love, it means you have love. And you will be able to give out love because you have love. You cannot have love and fail to give it to other people. Anyone who has love will naturally, without sweating, anyone who has love and has self-love, right? Naturally, you will value other people. You will love other people. You will not be cruel to other people. You will not go out there and harm other people or destroy somebody's life. No, because loving other people starts with self-love. That's why Jesus says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Which means loving yourself, which is self-love. And not selfishness or self-centeredness. No, self-love, listen to me, is multifaceted and it goes all directions. Okay? You love yourself and you also love other people. So self-love cannot be self-centeredness, no selfishness. Self-love is healthy. It is not problematic or toxic. Self-love does not cause you to disadvantage other people or to hate other people. No. Self-love is a genuine love. And because it's a genuine love, it spreads out. It doesn't end with you only. It flourishes. It impacts other people positively. It makes you to love your husband, your wife, your children, your parents, even the stranger in the street. Self-love is unlimited. It doesn't end with you. It goes out. So no wonder Jesus recommends that. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. But anyone who is selfish, self-centered, they don't even love themselves. In fact, they hate themselves. Only that, they don't realize it. Anyone who is selfish or self-centered, they don't love themselves. That's what the Bible is telling us. In fact, they are just deceived. But in a true sense, that person is incapable of loving anybody, including himself or herself. Anyone who cannot love another human being, it means they have no capability. They are incapable of loving even themselves. So don't tell me that selfishness or self-centeredness is love. It is not. It is hatred. And according to this biblical diagnosis, anyone, we are just deceived, but anyone who is selfish, they are incapable of loving anybody, anything, including themselves. But because we live in a deceived world, we think Even those that, that are selfish, when we are selfish, we think that we are loving ourselves. We are not loving even ourselves, because selfishness is no love at all. Self-centeredness is no love at all, according to the standards of the God kind of love. But because of the deceived world, we think that being self-centered, being selfish, then we are loving ourselves. No, that's not self-love. That's a selfishness, and that's a self-centeredness. That's why the Bible gives us a strong command, and that is in Philippians chapter 2. From verse number 1, verse number 3 onwards there, to say, do nothing, okay, out of selfish ambition or conceit. Conceit is pride. And pride and selfishness, they're like two sides of the same coin. Wherever there is selfishness, there is also pride. And why is the Bible giving us such a strong command to say, do nothing? Absolutely nothing should be done out of selfishness or out of selfish ambition, because the biggest problem in society, when it comes to the societies, families, relationships, interactions in workplaces, in the church, and everywhere, the biggest cancer, the biggest, interpersonal disease that destroys relationships and everything in society, it is selfishness. It is pride. That's why the Bible says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility, consider others as well as important, as significant. All right? And do not just look at your own interests. You must also consider the welfare, the interests, the desires, what other people also want. And the only person who can do that, to think of other people, their interests, their welfare, their well-being, is only somebody who has got the genuine love of God, the God kind of God, the agape. And agape produces self-love, which is healthy. Self-love does not boast. Self-love does not celebrate other people's destruction or misfortunes. No. Self-love is bouncy. The moment you have self-love, you also think of other people, because it's healthy. Stay blessed. Be Christ-wise.